substitute other jobs for it. Perhaps they just substitute dirty jobs for it. And if you think about it, with these 3 new jobs, it's
in our country, this is an issue of justice. This is we have not, as you all know, we have not contributed to global warming, but we are facing its negative impact. That's number one. But we should also say that the existence of the planet is in stake. If we keep on going the way we are going, if we don't stop emissions, if we don't reduce emissions, if we continue in the lifestyle that we are continuing, especially the rich countries, then at some point even they will be affected. I don't think anybody, if the whole NDC countries, the most developed countries come out together. Do we know that our poorest of the poor people will get
% of the GDP, national product?
El año pasado, 2008, septiembre de 2008, fenómenos.
And we identified forest phenomena.
Primero, una creciente inseguridad,
First, the growing insecurity,
una inseguridad alimentaria,
food insecurity,
por como consecuencia del hecho que los más potentes de la época, el ejército de Napoleón, esclavos y plantaciones.
in order to
10 years ago or 10 years ago, but most of the population we feel it, but we don't realize what is this, what's going on with this situation. They have no people that can tell them that okay, this is going to happen and we have to do this. They have no idea. And our current government wants to build power plant using heavy oil. Can you imagine that? So I think it's so bad, but now it's pending until now because lots of NGOs they start fighting about this to stop our government to do this. But if you all don't cooperate together with us, then it will nothing. Maybe I think this government will really do the power plant using heavy oil if you do in Timor.
In climate change. And then Nepal is a fragile country, very fragile. And we have major 3 ecological belts, high mountain. There are many mountainous peaks. And then middle hill, and then 3 or 4 years, very dry winters. And rivers are running with very low water in the winter. And in sometimes in the summer, and then sometimes when we cannot predict that the flow of river sometimes very high because of the melting of this snow. Changes in the seasons. Our women in a plain area district, she said that we either get too much or too little rain these days, because before, 20 years before, the rain was evenly distributed throughout the year, And then it rains when we want dry, and it is dry when we want rain. Okay? When it is the time of harvesting, and it will rain. And when it is the time of the paddy planting, there will be no rain. And this year, all.
And we have 13 million population, and most of population living along the Mekong River bank. And this is also they take risk because if any flooding increase, so their life might take risk of flooding. And about 70% of the population still depend on agriculture as their main source of income. So if the climate issue happen stronger than this, then today we might face a very much problem in the future because our economic still depend on agriculture sector. That agriculture sector contribute around 30% of our national GDP. And most of the farmers have a small land, like in other countries. The average land holding per family is from 0.5 to 1 hectare per family. So you can imagine that how can they survive
survive their life from its small land. And most of the agricultural areas can grow only one time. Rice. Rice is the main crop and the staple food for our population.